Yo, what's up? This is Ipos. My name is Liam Dawson Thomas. Um, Ipos is my brand, label, production company. I also go by Sacred Law. That's my rapper persona. Um, yeah, today is August 8th, 2016. It's a Monday. It's almost 12 o'clock. Um, uh, yeah, feeling okay. Um, got a lot of work done last week. Was really consistent with my work. Hopefully, I can keep that up this week. Had a little bit of an odd day today because I had to clean up my fucking house and shit. And then the work that I did was like kept making mistakes and having to go back and redo stuff. And um, so I didn't really make any progress. Like, I don't know. Like, I might have made progress. I'll have to see. Because one of the things that I made was in the wrong sample rate. It was like 44.1. It's supposed to be 48. So we'll find out in the morning. Got to try to wake up early. Man, I partied pretty hard this weekend, but it was cool. But now, like, I'm gonna like cut out all the fucking bullshit. Basically, just stick to fucking smoking weed, vaping, having the occasional spliff or spliff bowl or whatever, um, and then caffeine. You know, cut out all the other shit and no sugar either. Fuck sugar or like reduced sugar in my diet. And but yeah, I partied hard, pretty hard. Now I'm like adjusting my fucking medication. I'm kind of feeling a little bit anxious. Sometimes I'm a little depressed from the fucking bipolar. But yeah, I feel a little bit anxious, a little bit. Maybe I'm a little bit sped up. Um, I feel a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit more active, but a little bit on the anxious side. Not paranoid. I'm not scared of anything. I'm kind of just like, you know, um, just trying to be careful. So I'm like lowering my Lexapro, which is the antidepressant, which can cause a little bit of mania. Um, so I'm kind of lowering that a little bit. On some days, I'm just taking a half dose. Uh, and then, just try to be consistent with it, like not miss any days or whatever. But I've been pretty good with it. I've never been like completely off my medication. So I'll like miss a day here or there. But, you know, I've been good mentally. Um, Pretty good. Although, I don't know. I just partied just a little too hard this weekend, and I was like, okay, you gotta wrap it in. Like, you gotta. But I mean, it was just one of those weeks that was just like I had to cut loose this weekend. Um, Fucking got chewed out on Monday, and then on Friday when my check came, like super late, later than everybody else's, I had to wait an extra week for my shit to come in because it's by check. And then I got it, and it was completely the wrong amount, and it was less. um, so yeah, not exactly a hundo on that. Um, and then I was like fucking in the park on Sunday after like staying up, and I was like doing a bunch of nitrous and fucking hallucinating out in the park. There's like hundreds of people there, and I'm just like fucking, I'm like doing this fucking nitrous and just chilling there. But then I start hearing these voices singing, And then I'm like, whoa, I feel like someone's behind me. And then I hear this voice of this singing voice, and I'm like, and I look over, and I'm like really high on a whippet, and I look over, and then it moves to the other side, and then I look over, and there's no one there, and I look over, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I get up and look around, and there's nobody behind me, but they keep like going to each side like they're fucking with me, you know? And then eventually it comes around, and it was like dawned on me or something, you know? And I was like, what the fuck? They like spiraled away, like, out in front of me or something. And then I kind of came down and realized that it was some dude had his fucking radio on, and just, I don't know, maybe it was like wind or some weird thing going on, but was definitely hallucinating. And then other times, like, I could hear like shaking of like shh, and like fucking singing all around me and shit. And like, or like shaman singing, not all around me, but like shaman singing, but it's always kind of like someone's behind me kind of thing. It was weird. Um, yeah, and then I kept getting these weird, like, it was like my personality was like warping or something. It's fucking weird. And I was seeing like, kind of like getting impressions of an old friend of mine, like maybe like looking out for me or being like, basically like, yo, you're fucked right now, like higher than anybody else here, you know, hundreds of fucking people. Um, so yeah, I've got to like fucking rope in that shit. Um, yeah, and it was kind of like, I don't know. I got a fucking one of those canisters a while back, but then it just started to degrade really fast. And then on that day, like, it was the last day, and then finally I did it, and every time you cranked in the thing, it would just psst, it wouldn't like hold it in, it would just let it out. So I was like, all right, here's a sign. I'm gonna toss this shit and fucking take a long break from it, you know. Um, yeah, and really got this like this feeling of like before when I stopped, it was kind of like I like I moved back here, moved back home, and I was like stopped doing lots of fucking drugs when I was young, like 18 and stuff, and just chilled everything out, you know. But back then, I used to do a lot of fucking whippets, you know, thousands and thousands of whippets. Um, but now, and I used to get really fucked off and like really high, you know. But now it's a different fucking thing. I don't feel it like in my body anymore, and I don't feel it potently, and I just don't like where it gets me. I don't feel like, I don't know. I want it to be where I can just like sip on it and feel kind of buzzed, but now, before it was like I would get that buzz, and now it's like it's something's missing. So that in mind, I was just like, ah, fuck all this shit, because I don't want to, like, I don't mind addictions. Addictions are cool, but when it turns into this negative cyclical affliction, uh, and starts really fucking with your life, then yeah. And I don't want to have to. I don't want that fucking craving feeling, you know, where like, oh, like I'm not high enough right now, even though I am pretty fucking high, you know. So yeah, uh, you gotta straighten out, Sonny. That is not even a reference. That was just a weird voice. Yeah. So I'm straightening that shit out. Um, and the way I think about it is, I can have fun and push it, uh, but I wouldn't do like I'm about to like be off of it, like just not drink anymore. I don't drink to black out or drink to get super drunk these days. Maybe when I was younger, but now I hate being really drunk. It's horrible. I just want to have like a kind of just drink a little bit. But now I'm just kind of like I'm not dependent on it. I don't crave it. It's great. So I'm just gonna like chill off of it for a while. But I'm not doing heroin. I'm not doing smack. I'm not shooting. I'm not taking fucking pills. I am taking medication, but it's not like uh, getting you high medication. It's kind of like small adjustments to the chemicals in my brain. So, but yeah, no heroin, no methamphetamine. Like I was 16 once. I took some pressed pills, some ecstasy pills. I'd like cut with shit. But now, like, oh, yeah, it's horrible. Uh, no crack either. No meth, no heroin, no crack, no crazy prescription pills. Little nitrous, occasional beer. Fucking weed and nicotine. And I'm pretty much happy. Maybe psychedelics here and there or whatever, but nothing that would affect my body and my mind to such a fucking degree, or like potentially kill me, you know? Like you could die on nitrous, but the only way to do that would be to cut off a supply, your oxygen, to cut off your oxygen and just get only nitrous, uh, or high levels of nitrous. So you'd have to have like a mask and like a medical grade fucking thing, um, and then just turn it on and go. You just that'd be a really kind of gentle way to go. I think they have euthanasia places in Japan or something that does that, maybe. Um, so yeah, but yeah, not gonna die on nitrous. But people, you know, overdose on fucking heroin and shit, and some of that stuff's cut with like fentanyl. That's what killed Prince and probably Michael Jackson or something. I feel like maybe not Michael Jackson, but definitely Prince. Yeah. Sorry, I'm justifying my bad habits. I shouldn't be doing that. uh, so yeah, that's definitely one thing I have in mind. Just roping it in. Just you know, regain mental health. And you can party hardy later. Let's fucking really stick it. And I've got some paradigms. My new paradigms finally. Um, they're like every now and again I'll create a new set of paradigms, and it's basically models of behavior for certain phases of my life. Um, so I've got three of them running right now. One of them's lone wolf, the other is oblivion, and the other is grind. So lone wolf paradigm. Lone Wolf is about self-reliance and self-sufficiency in the many areas of life. The lone wolf strays from the pack and sets himself apart. He focuses on his territory and responsibilities. The lone wolf works towards solid independence in his life. In his art, he becomes a powerhouse of skills and talents that allow him to be a one-man band, studio, label, and brand. When he can, the lone wolf joins the pack and is highly valued by the group. So that's lone wolf. Then there's oblivion. Oblivion is the expression of the dark side of the human psyche and condition. For oblivion, collect a palette of musical inspirations and influences that tap into this energy and put them into a playlist. So basically making a playlist of dark fucking music. Watch darker movies and other media. Create instrumentals that emanate oblivion. Cultivate sacred laws oblivion in his content, vision, imagery, vocabulary, etc., and write lyrics that express it, or express that. So oblivion is basically like start adjusting my musical and other media, my appetite for different kinds of media, and have it be more dark, maybe like more like horror kind of movies and stuff like that, and then listening to darker music, like there's lots of dark ambient music out there and stuff like Death Grips, Young Lean can be pretty dark sometimes, and then just take inspirations from that, all of this dark media and this sort of like programming that I'm doing. I'm like programming myself with, all these influences, this dark influence, and then taking that and making instrumentals that emanate that, and then writing lyrics that emanate that, and put those lyrics onto the instrumentals. So that's Oblivion in a nutshell. It's not really a nutshell, it's like a massive fucking orange. Alright, then there's grind. Grind is simple. Work hard and often, Monday to Friday, even weekends if necessary. Go the extra mile. Saving is a very, very important aspect of grind and helps by feeding into the other paradigms. So saving dough. When not working, cram in musical creative time and further your passion. So grind is basically like work all the time, save, don't spend that much. Try to like limit expenditure so I'm not like hemorrhaging shit, and fucking start stacking consistently. Because it seems like the work has been really consistent lately, so I hope there's not too much of a lull in the future. Yeah. So those are my paradigms: lone wolf, oblivion, and grind. Fucking paradigms. And then I got a list of stuff that I want to do, like sometime soon, or that I need to do. Gotta go to the DMV, get my driver's license, take the test, and all that shit. I got my car now, so yeah. Work hard, plan for my independence, like develop my plan, like what am I going to do for the rest of the year, like what's my plan to push myself forward, how am I going to progress, and then what are my plans, like put some ideas together about what my next year is going to be, and then also overall, like what my, like over the next 5 years, try to like completely just be paying for like supporting myself completely, which has been happening. Like I've been like, you know, uh, helping pay my bills and shit, and yeah, I gotta work on that more though. Um, but hey, I'm a fucking millennial. But I definitely don't want to be caught with like my pants down, so I'm like trying to fucking get this shit, solid. Work on mental health. Uh, maybe go to a few therapy sessions, find a group or whatever. Um, you know, Vitamins, uh, more meditation and stuff like that. um, then diet better, less sugar, find tasty, healthy things to cook, proportions in all caps, because proportions are the fucking key. You can eat tasty shit, but you just gotta have like the right amount. More physical exercise every day. Less substances. Just keep it to weed, nicotine, and caffeine only. Moderate. Um, all things in moderation, including moderation. Gonna hang with my dad at some point, hopefully. That'll be cool. I haven't seen him in a while, and we're kind of on good terms. So right now, so it's yeah, it's nice. Be good to mom, create good memories. You know, just help her out more, I guess, and maybe go and do stuff. Take some nice walks. Uh, walk Tilly. Gotta walk my little dog. Um, write more lyrics. Like get on my fucking lyric game. Develop Ipos. Develop Sacred Law. Make a pull-up bar outside so I can start doing pull-ups. Um, basically, like all you gotta do is go to like the plumbing section of a fucking hardware store or like Home Depot or some shit and get two really long pipes and then a kind of smallish pipe. This, but bigger proportions, of course. Um, maybe like 10-foot pipes or something. I don't know. And then the little thing so they can be like screwed in there or whatever. Um, and then just fucking stick it into 2 holes in the ground and fucking put cement in there. I'll probably have to look it up just to see what the best way to do it. I don't want to be doing pull-ups and like fall over. Um, yeah. Uh, stuff like more stuff like call in my family, like talk with my cousin, my uncle, and my nan. Talk to Dan about my logo so that I can put out a fucking business card, or at least like make a business card. Oh, another thing I should do is fucking content for SoundCloud. I need to like start getting back into my SoundCloud. Keep quarters organized. So basically, just keep my fucking place more clean, like more consistently clean. Because sometimes I clean pretty often. Usually every 2 weeks, I'll do like a deep clean and clean fucking all the rooms. It's just a little hallway, bathroom, kitchen, and then this room here. It's not that fucking hard or too much bigger than like the rooms at my military school that I used to go to. So yeah, but despite cleaning every 2 weeks, like the in between like those weeks, it gets like I'm a slob, so I'm super slobby, and then I know how to fucking clean really well as well. So you know, order poster. There's this sick fucking poster that I want to get. It's called Below 2000 Hertz or something like that. which is basically like below 2,000 hertz or 20,000 hertz is the range of human hearing. Um, but it's super psychedelic and sick, and I think it would go great right there. Yeah, right there. That'd be super fucking dope. Help mom with the winter garden. Definitely gonna do that. Winter garden will be the shit. Maybe at some point save up. If only if I'm super stacking and I'm like being like a hermit and not spending any money, then maybe get a PS4 because I'm sick of this PS3. It's like pretty old and some of the games are getting shut down and they're shutting down the servers and shit, and it's like really whack. So I need to fucking move on. And I'm thinking about getting No Man's Sky. I think that's what it's called. It's like there's like 18 quintillion planets. It's like a fucking like a galaxy worth of fucking planets. A small one, but yeah, 18 quintillion fucking planets and shit. So you just like fly around and explore fucking planets. It looks, I don't know, it looks pretty fucking sick. It'll be pretty new if I can get it within the year. Get it when it starts to be good and they've done a bunch of fucking patches and fixed all the bullshit. Yeah. Gonna write stories. Oh, another thing I gotta put in here. Work on my YouTube channel. Tutorials. Be more consistent with these vlogs, etc. Yeah. Write stories. I've got a bunch of stories in my head, and I gotta pick one and settle down and fucking write it. I need an organized hard drive. I have the right hard drive. I have a terabyte, but I need it to be properly organized. I have a bunch of smaller thumb drives that I need to pull stuff off of and put it on there. And also, need to take these projects that I have on my desktop and collect all and save on each one of the projects, so that I can move them around without all the fucking samples getting ripped out of them. And then, yeah, move them onto the hard drive. And then maybe do a cloud thing. Find a good fucking cloud server that'll be like free and a lot of space, hopefully. Another thing is more meditation, also more reading. I'm just gonna pick a book and fucking like try to fucking read and keep it around, and because I need to read more, I really do. And then yeah, work on my YouTube channel, tutorials, vlogs. Yeah. And then I've got my schedule for tomorrow. Hopefully, I gotta fucking wake up early tomorrow. I have to. I take fucking medication, so it's like pretty fucking hard to wake up in the morning. But hopefully I can just fucking get up, like, because I need to. I need to get up and go for a run and fucking catch my boss early, or the manager early, so that I can um fucking get this shit done. Hopefully before noon. That'd be really rad. Because then if she has more stuff for me, I can like do some shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to work on a fucking schedule. Schedule or a routine. Have like start incorporating more little daily routines. Um, and becoming more of like a worker. Um, I've been working for this company for about half of a year now. Almost exactly, because I started in fucking February. And I work from home. And I started out as like make your own schedule, and then I've been like moving up and taking on more responsibilities. And now it's to the point where it's like I have to put in a full day every day, Monday through Friday, which is dope. I'm down. But I need to get some, like, improve on my habits and shit. Because I'm not fucking perfect, but I know what my fucking flaws are. And I always know, like, I fucking, like, catch myself, you know? And adjust, calibrate, you know? So, yeah. But, man, I want to fucking, like, well, I've got this one track that I'm writing to right now. I've got a hook for it. It's like, I scream it, like, not scream it, it's like shouting, but it's got like really good. I have to be at like a high volume to do it properly, but I go like fucking hallucinate. But the fucking is like this, like fucking hallucinate. So basically the hook is like fucking hallucinate. I got my hand on a crucifix, hand on a crucifix. Fucking hallucinate. I got my hand on a crucifix. I will illuminate. Um, and then I got one verse. I just need to write another verse and then write a part for the bridge. Yeah. And then maybe figure out, I don't know, the arrangement. Towards the end, I might need to fuck with some stuff towards the end of the arrangement. But yeah, the verse goes, tearing a hole in the vein of my soul, blaring my music too loud in the cold. I know it's not fair. No, I don't care. Whatever, fuck you, he's done living. Give me a gun, I could shoot down the sun. Don't censor the violence, cause I'm having fun. It's pent up inside me, and I'm getting spun. Losing my mind, losing my mind, and the night has begun. Fucking hallucinate, I got my hand on a crucifix, hand on a crucifix. Fucking hallucinate, I got my hand on a crucifix, I will illuminate. But it's like super fucking loud, and the fucking instrumental is a fucking banger. I like using like fucking crazy, like distorted or malaligned Christian imagery or like religious imagery. Not just Christian, but like any religion. And kind of, yeah, I don't know. There's like this spiritual side to it, or this religious side to it almost. Um, which is crazy because um, there's a lot of people that are Buddhist, there's a lot of people that are Christian, there's a lot of people that are Muslim, there are a lot of people, there's a lot of fucking religions out there. And if I can touch on different fucking religions, people will relate to that, even if I don't necessarily believe in the religion, but if I'm like talking about a concept or rapping about a concept or use a word from a certain religion, then if people are that religion, they'll relate to it in a certain way, whether it's in a positive or negative way. Because that's basically sacred law. Sacred, the sacred law is a religion. And it's sort of like music is my religion. And I think music is like the religion of the future. And I don't know. I don't know. There's like this part of me that's like, I probably expressed this before, but it's like a good hero, like a good hero, but the hero has evil powers. It's like this fucking balance to it. So it's like I'm in some songs, it could be like just conceptually, for example, like the song is like channeling some kind of dark fucking demonic force from deep within the human subconscious, or the human collective shadow, uh, and and I'm expressing this really crazy evil thing, this entity, and channeling it, but it's like caged, you know. I've got it locked inside, and I can bring it out so we can all look at it and be like, whoa, you know. Um, but that's how I think of all of my stuff. Is like when I use different religious stuff, I try to use it in a somewhat respectful way. Sometimes not, but um, hopefully I'll be forgiven for that. But um, you know, I forgot where I was going with that, but yeah. But yeah, I try to like conceptual. It's all conceptual. Like I don't honestly think that I'm actually channeling it, but that's the concept that I have in mind. I've been in theater most of my life, so I like having this theatrical kind of concept. So hopefully, if people are tuned into that, they'll realize that I'm not outright fucking trying to insult them or anything. I'm just using lots of crazy imageries, and some of the craziest fucking imagery is from religions. Like, think about like Kali, or fucking hell, or Hades, or like, I don't know. Yeah. So it's like, if I was Christian, yeah, like most Christians, they know and learn about angels and stuff like that. Well, if you're gonna learn about fucking angels and stuff, you might as well learn about the demons and know their names. Because if you know, like, Michael and Gabriel and all these ones, you gotta know, like, Anael and Och and Mephistoph and Abyss and the Morning Star, you know? I'm sure they all know the Morning Star. That's the one. I guess they just focus in on the one in the Christian thing. That's the bad guy. You can point the finger. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, I'll start doing more of these more often. I was doing them pretty consistently for a while there, but I need to get back in touch and work on making some content. Yeah, fucking Immortal. I gotta make the fucking music video. This fucking song is so crazy. I also gotta possibly re-record my vocals. There's some parts I want to fix.
Assimilate, I'm here to terminate, you're just a link in the chain. Pumping my signal straight into your veins, flushing all of your freedom down the drain. Sharp like a razor, I cut through the bone. I'm paranoia when you burn your phone. I'm the unknown, lost in the zone. A billion voices when you're all alone. Breaking the skin, bleed out your skin. Mix it with poison, then shoot it back in. I am a messenger from the abyss. Fucking with this, fuck with your head, cause I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I gotta fucking do a music video for that shit. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much fucking full update on what's going on with me. Yeah. Fucking coolio. Deuces.